UFC returns to Mexico this weekend for UFC Mexico City. The co-main event features Carla Esparza against Alexa Grasso in the strawweight division. Match with the inaugural strawweight champion in UFC and an up-and-comer. Rick, you could take Esparza at plus 108 or Grasso at minus 138. Who do you like?
You know, I'm going with Esparza. I think she has the grit and the grind to take it to Grasso this week. I know, she's basically enemy coming into, her opponent's home country, but she is a better grappler. And if she puts the pressure on and keeps the fight at a close proximity, whether it's in a clinch, whether it's against the cage, or whether it's on the mat, she can grind out the win. It's a battle of two top 10 in their division, which makes it, exciting also. But I have to go with Esparza here. I think she has the experience and the toughness to handle where she's fighting at, to handle the up-and-coming prospect, and to impose her strengths in this fight.
I kind of like Grasso. She's more of a striker, and Esparza is more of a grappler. Obviously, if Esparza can take it to the ground, that's her advantage. But I kind of just like the way Grasso's skill set shapes up here. If the fight can stay on if she can keep the fight on the feet, I think she's a good value. I'll take Grasso at minus 138.
I'm going to just side with Taylor on this one. I'm going up and comer. I'm going to go with Grasso on it. I think that she's going to pick up the win in it. Being able to fight in your home country can go one of two ways. We've seen pay-per-views and shows that are just start to finish examples of the pressure that comes with fighting in your home country. Particularly, there was one in Brazil a few months ago, I believe, a couple months ago. And then you have the opposite, where you go to Shenzhen, China, and you have a new women's champion in front of her home country because Weili just showed up and showed off and just crushed it in the first round. And Rick called that. So I'm going to go with Grasso on this one. It's a tight fight as far as the odds go. Not as tight as the headline bout, though, because that one pits Yair Rodriguez against Jeremy Stephens in the men's featherweight division. Taylor, this money line can only be described as airtight. Rodriguez is the slightest of favorites at minus 118. Stephens is a minus 112 underdog. Which fighter gets the win in Mexico City?
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for profit on this one, but I think Rodriguez has the slight advantage. Stephens is kind of a power guy. They're both strikers, but I think Rodriguez is quick enough to possibly kind of just tire him out by moving around enough. Rodriguez obviously also has the home ring advantage here in Mexico City. I think the crowd will be behind him. That could sway the judges. You never know. So toss up, I'll take Rodriguez.
Oh, I'm all in on Rodriguez for this one. I don't feel Stephens is, where his ranking has him. I think he's below, actually. I think he's actually a little bit overvalued here also. I think Rodriguez is not getting enough credit. I said in my preview, I think this is going to be an exciting card because a lot of the fighters aren't, known by casual or mainstream fans. So they're going to put on some, exciting action inside the octagon. But the one fighter that could come out of this whole thing looking like your next big name is Rodriguez. He has the technical skills to outstrike and outbox Stephens. Stephens has the heavier hands, and that's what Rodriguez has to watch out for. But Rodriguez is a better grappler. He's more athletic. He's younger. He has some impressive wins. Stephens, to me, is more he was battle-tested, but he's suffered a lot of losses. He's not – I don't think he's – trending upwards, as the kids like to say these days. I think more than anything, he's a gatekeeper. He's a stepping stone for a guy like Rodriguez to get a big top 10 win and then shoot himself up the rankings more. I'm all in on Rodriguez this week, and I think the value is incredible, especially in the main event fight and the guy fighting in his home country. I mean, come on. You have to go Rodriguez here.
I'm going to make that one unanimous. I'm just going to take this opportunity to point out to Taylor that I believe it would be referred to as home octagon or home cage advantage instead of home ring advantage. So if you'd like to apologize to the masses, I'll give you this opportunity.
Same S, different pile.
Oh, jeez.
I hope you enjoyed that segment from the Odds On Favorites podcast. If you did, there's plenty more where that came from. Click on the link on your screen now to be taken to the complete podcast from this week, or check out the channel to find the other individual segments. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Odds On Favorites YouTube channel for plenty more sports and sports betting picks, tips, and how-to guides.